I am here today with Newark's Doitall Kelly from the legendary Lords of the Underground. How you doing?
Man.
Thanks for meeting me today.
Yeah, we here.
Yeah, I want to go over a lot of things from beginning to end and full circle because you've done a lot for your city of Newark.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you born and raised in Newark, New Jersey?
Born and raised, man. In real Newarkers will notice when I say I was born in Martland Hospital before it became university. No, before it became Rutgers, because now it's Rutgers Hospital.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm a lifelong Newarker, man. I lived, there's 5 wards in Newark, New Jersey, and I lived in all of them except one. So yeah, I'm a Newarker to the core.
Cool. How did you get involved with hip hop?
Man, back in the late 70s, my uncle came home, my mother's brother came home from the Army, and he didn't have anywhere to reside, so she gave him the extra bedroom in the crib. And he used to lock his door all the time and play this record called Rapper's Delight. You know, it was just crazy, you know, by the Sugar Hill Gang. And I heard the sound coming out of the door every time, and I was just like, what is this? You know, I wanted to know what it was, and he would lock his door and tell me not to go in there, and I would break in there and go in there anyway. And I just fell in love with this record, and it made me want to search for what else sound like this. Mm-hmm. You know, and that was my first encounter with hip hop, and I started to explore and started to research what the whole culture was, and I fell in love with it.
Some of your earlier influences that really made you gravitate toward MCing?
Well, you know, I'm an older MC, so the people that made me really wanted to be an MC were people like Rapper's Delight made me want to understand what the culture was. James Brown, who really wasn't a rapper,
right,
and I was there anyway, but just the way he commanded attention from a crowd and controlled the crowd, he made me want to be an MC. But Run DMC on the hip hop level, he has to be my number one, man. He has to be the guy, not lyricist or rapping, but he has to be the guy who demanded, you know, who Mike controlled, who was the master of ceremonies on that stage. So Run DMC really made me want to be an MC.
Okay. So you're running around Newark.
Yes,
you're
sir.
Finding this new love and passion for hip hop. How did you link up with Mr. Funky and Lord Jazz? Were you a solo MC at first, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I was a solo MC, but I was in a group.
Mm-hmm.
My group consisted of a DJ and dancers. You know, I was a big fan of Big Daddy Kane.
Mm.
So, you know, and even in the studio that we're sitting in, I had the opportunity to have Big Daddy Kane record in my booth one day. Wow. So that was an honor for me because I remember writing down all of his lyrics to his songs and you know, reciting them. But in my group, Redman was my DJ.
Right.
You know, his name was Cut Killer at the time. Red is so talented, man. He could do whatever he wanted to do. And I had 2 dancers back in the day. Shout out to Dorian and Rockman. They were called the Wonder Twins, and that's what it was. It was Do It All, Do. Actually, my name was Do Love first.
Do Love. Like everybody.
I'll tell everybody that either. But you know, from there, you know, we just formed Do It All, Do and the Wonder Twins with DJ Cut Killer, Redman, and you know, shout out to those guys, man. Everybody's doing great things.
So how did you get with Funky and Jazz?
So Funk and Jazz, so Funky, I had got into a little trouble in Newark, kind of got sidetracked, and a councilman by the name of Ralph T. Grant Sr., he knew that I wasn't really a bad kid. You know, I just made a mistake, and he got me into this program because I played baseball in high school, and I was real good in baseball. I had a couple of scholarships, and when I got into this trouble, I lost all my scholarships, and those schools wanted to mess with me. And Ralph T. Grant, who was a councilman at the time, he still believed in me. He knew I wasn't a bad kid. He got me into this program that the city of Newark was doing at City Hall, and he was gathering students to get them to go down to his alma mater, which is Shaw University in North Carolina. And I just happened to be in that group and got an opportunity to go to Shaw University. And on that bus ride down, Funky Man was in that same group. Oh. So I don't know what he did to get in that group, but you know, we went down to Shaw University, and when we got to Shaw University in Raleigh, North Carolina, we met this brother who was DJing all around the campus, all of the parties from Cleveland, Ohio, by the name of DJ Jazzy A. You know, and later he turned out to be DJ Lord Jazz.